He thought humiliating her in front of everyone would make him look powerful. But when the truth came out, he lost everything. If you enjoy powerful, true-to-life stories where arrogance meets karma, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring justice stories. It was a busy Tuesday morning inside Westgate Auto Group, one of the biggest luxury car dealerships in Dallas. Salesmen moved like sharks between shining vehicles, their suits crisp, their smiles polished. Inside the glass-walled conference room, a weekly meeting was about to start. Angela Morris, a 39-year-old regional operations expert, was the new face in the room. She had recently been transferred from the company's corporate division to help streamline underperforming dealerships. She stood quietly, laptop in hand, as the team filed in, including Tom Reynolds, the top-earning salesman who bragged often about his six-figure swagger. Tom leaned toward a coworker and whispered just loud enough to be heard, "Another consultant from HQ. Let me guess, another one here to tell us how to do our jobs." Angela pretended not to hear, but she did. The manager, David Pierce, entered and said, "All right, everyone, this is Angela Morris from Corporate Strategy. She'll be working with us for the next few weeks." Angela smiled politely. "Good morning. I've reviewed your sales data, and I believe with a few adjustments we can increase conversions by 12% within the quarter." Tom chuckled loudly. "Conversions? Lady, I've been selling cars since you were learning the alphabet." The room went quiet. David frowned. "Tom, that's enough." But Tom kept going. "I mean, what do you know about car sales anyway? You don't belong in this business. This is a man's floor." Angela looked directly at him, calm, professional. "Respectfully, Mr. Reynolds, numbers don't care about gender. They only care about performance." A few people suppressed smiles. Tom smirked. "Yeah, well, maybe HQ should send people who actually sell cars instead of—" He paused, glancing at her skin tone. "Paper experts." The air turned heavy. David intervened again. "Tom, step outside." "No, it's fine," Angela said softly. "Let him finish. It's always educational to hear what people really think." Tom leaned back, arms crossed. "I just think corporate types don't understand real-world work." Angela nodded slowly. "All right then, how about we make it real-world? Let's compare results. If I can help your department close more deals this month than you did last, you'll attend my next workshop. Deal?" He laughed. "Sure, and if you fail, you buy me lunch every Friday for a month." "Deal," she said with a calm smile. The meeting continued awkwardly, but over the next few days, Angela got to work, analyzing call logs, test drive patterns, and customer follow-ups. She introduced a simple system, personal video messages to leads instead of generic emails. Most employees were skeptical, except for a few younger salespeople who tried her method and saw immediate success. Meanwhile, Tom ignored every suggestion, boasting that his old-school charm didn't need help. By week's end, the data spoke loudly. Those who used Angela's method increased their closing rate by 18%. David called another meeting. "Results don't lie," he said. "Angela's strategy worked." Tom rolled his eyes. "Maybe for the kids. I make real deals, not videos." Angela smiled. "Then I guess we will see how real your numbers are at month-eats end." 3 weeks later, the dealership hit record sales, but Tom's numbers dropped. He blamed bad luck and slow traffic. That Friday, corporate executives arrived for a quarterly review. Everyone straightened their ties and polished their smiles. Tom, desperate to impress, prepared a flashy presentation claiming his leadership had driven the sales surge. Angela sat quietly in the back of the room, observing. When it was his turn, Tom strutted to the front, bragging about old-fashioned grit and personal connections. As he finished, the CEO turned toward Angela. "Ms. Morris, what's your assessment?" Angela stood and connected her laptop to the screen. "If you'll allow me, I'd like to present some contrasting data." Tom frowned. "Wait, who even asked for that?" The CEO smiled. "I did." Angela began showing charts. Here are the analytics of every sale this quarter. The departments that adopted the new digital follow-up system closed 72 additional sales. Those that didn't dropped by 14%. She clicked to the next slide. Tom's department flashed red on the chart. "The decline corresponds directly with refusal to implement the system," she said calmly. Tom's face flushed red. "That's not fair. My clients are high-value buyers." Angela nodded. And yet, the luxury segment had the highest growth in the pilot group. The room was silent. The CEO folded his arms. Tom, did you reject a direct corporate directive? Tom stammered. I didn't think it was mandatory. Angela looked at him, her tone still composed. Neither is respect, Mr. Reynolds, but both have consequences when ignored. The CEO glanced at HR. We'll discuss this privately. Tom scoffed, muttering under his breath. I knew this would happen once they started running things. That single sentence sealed his fate. The CEO's expression darkened. Mr. Reynolds, you may consider this meeting your last. Pack up your desk. The entire room froze. Tom looked around, disbelief flooding his face. Wait, what? You're firing me? I'm the top salesman. Angela met his eyes one last time. You were, but leadership isn't just about selling cars. It is about treating people like human beings. He opened his mouth, then shut it. The guards escorted him out silently. A month later, Westgate Auto Group promoted Angela to Regional Operations Director. Her system was now implemented company-wide. In her first interview with the Business Journal, she said something that resonated across industries. Success doesn't depend on ego. It depends on evolution. The world changes, and so must we. But the story didn't end there. 2 years later, during a charity event for underprivileged youth, a man approached her table nervously. Tom. He looked older, humbled. Ms. Morris, I came to say I was wrong. I was angry, arrogant, and ignorant. You didn't deserve that. Angela smiled gently. Growth is never too late, Mr. Reynolds. He nodded, eyes down. Thank you for not ruining my reputation online. You could have, but you didn't. She shrugged lightly. Revenge feeds ego. Change feeds purpose. They shook hands, and for the first time, Tom meant it when he said, Good luck, Director Morris. Angela smiled. You too, Tom. Keep learning. That's the real paycheck. As he walked away, she turned back to the crowd. Her success built not on pride, but on professionalism. The same conference room that once echoed with disrespect had become the foundation of her rise. And deep down, she knew her father, who had taught her never to let anyone define her worth, would have been proud. If this story inspired you, please like the video, comment, respect pays more than ego, and subscribe for more cinematic real-life stories that prove kindness always wins. Have a wonderful day, and remember, professionalism is the strongest comeback.